everybody, and welcome back to the studio. Today we're going to show you how to repair a painting or a canvas if it's been destroyed. The painting that we're going to repair today was accidentally ruined when my closet door fell through it. So as you can tell, it really needs to be repaired. So let's get started by talking about the materials that you're going to need to do this.
To make these repairs, you're going to need a few simple things. First, you're going to need a pair of scissors to cut out your patches. You're also going to need some replacement canvas to fill in the hole. You can use primed canvas or fresh canvas. The only thing that matters is that the canvas is larger than the hole you are trying to fill. You're also going to need some strong glue. This is the strongest glue that I could find. It's good for plastic, rubber, metal, wood, and cloth. So make sure you use a very strong glue so that the patches don't come off later on. You're also going to need a weight with a flat bottom to hold your patch down flat. You're also going to need something flat to work on. This is just a cutting board I borrowed from the kitchen. You're also going to need some paint. You can use white acrylic paint or black acrylic paint, depending on whether you used a white or a black canvas. You're going to need some paint brushes. You don't need to use your best brushes for this repair. And finally, you're going to need the original medium that you did the painting with. So this was an oil painting, so I'm going to use some titanium white. So the first thing that you'll have to do is you'll have to cut out a replacement patch. So using the scissors, you're going to cut the patch into the shape of a circle. A circle is the best shape to use for the patch because if you have a patch shape that has corners, like a square, those are going to be much easier to lift, and we don't want our patch to lift off. There, just like that. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to put your painting face down on the cutting board or flat surface that you have chosen. And you're going to take your patch and you're going to liberally apply glue to it. As much glue as you can all the way around. And inside the patch. Use as much as you can. Apply the patch. Push it down very, very hard. Make sure that you have a very good seal all the way around. We're going to spend more time on this seal later. And then take your weight and put it on top. Actually, let's make sure all this glue is out. We don't want to glue the weight to the patch. And we'll put the weight on. Wait for this to dry. It might take anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the type of glue that you are using. So after about 10 to 15 minutes, your patch should be dry. So pick up the weight. And you'll feel that it's still quite raised up. We're going to smooth it out with just a bit of acrylic paint. This is an optional step because if this painting is in a frame, there should really be no need for us to have a very smooth edge. So what you're just going to do is you're just going to apply a very heavy coat of acrylic paint to the perimeter of that patch. It doesn't need to be pretty. Nobody should see this. and we're going to wait for that to dry. After 10 to 15 minutes, our patch is finally dry on the back. So we can go ahead and pick it up and flip it over. And what you'll see is there's actually still quite a large gap in the painting, and we need to fill that in. So what you're going to do is you are going to take some acrylic paint, some white acrylic paint, and you're going to start filling it in. Dollop it on just kind of heavy. And then start to smooth it out towards the edges. It might take several applications of the acrylic paint to fill in the gap smoothly. Just keep coming back at it, wait for this to dry, and apply a new coat each time until it's smooth. So after about an hour and 2 applications, you can see our patch is finally dry. So now you can paint on it just like if it was fresh canvas. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to tap into some titanium white, since this was a cloud, and I'm just going to paint in a new cloud. If your hole is somewhere else on your canvas where maybe it's difficult to paint a cloud, you can try painting a bush or something. If you're doing a portrait or something where the colors need to be a little bit more specific, you might have to work at it a little bit longer. And just a little bit more up here. So that's how you patch a painting if it happens to ever get a hole in it.
And that's all there really is to it. As you can tell, the painting looks really good. You would never be able to tell that it had been torn previously. And all you need to keep in mind is that you need to use round patches. If you use a square patch, the corners are more likely to lift up. Use the strongest glue that you have available so that the patch doesn't come off. And then once that's done, you're still going to have to fill in the gap caused by the stretched canvas using acrylic paint. Once that's done and it's completely dry, you can paint on it just like if it was new canvas. I hope this has been helpful to you guys. I hope maybe it saved a few paintings. Until next time, bye.